is Steve Strings. Today I've got for you a cookie tin ukulele. This is one I had started to build some time ago with a like a holiday theme. I didn't get that done when I planned, and so I got this ready for the 4th of July. This was originally a Christmas cookie tin. It had these red and white stripes on it, so I decoupaged some stars and stripes on the back to give it that sort of flag theme for the 4th of July. This is an 18-inch scale ukulele, which is halfway between a concert and a tenor. I have a poplar neck with a pine fretboard. It had a nice stripe on it, and so I picked that for the fretboard. I just have some little mahogany wings on it here that came from the inside of a cigar box. I just got some basic tuners on there, nothing fancy. Because I had a fairly tall fretboard, I had to create a little string guide here so that the strings would not pop off the ends of the tuning pegs there. Something kind of unique about this is, while it looks like I have a nut here, this is not a nut. This is just a string spacer, because you can see here I have a 0 fret. This is a jumbo fret, and these are just regular size frets. Shout out to CB Giddy where I got the frets from. But it gave me, again, it helped me to get a nice uniform low action. And again, this plastic was just a piece of plastic I literally found on the side of the road while I was walking my dog, and I went ahead and trimmed it down to look like a nut. But anyway, the tail piece here was just from the through body neck. I put some, I guess the collars from rivets on there on the outside to keep it from cutting into the wood. On the underside here, originally, I had just tied knots. I actually drilled a smaller hole going all the way through and a larger hole on the top to put those little rivet heads in, but I found that one of them popped through. It just pulled right through the wood. So I put these little balls here. I picked these up at the craft store, and that keeps them from pulling through. That turned out pretty well. Originally, when I had made this, I made this with more frets, but I found that when I tried to play it, my fingers were, I guess the strings were too close to the fretboard. I had too low an action, and I had a hard time picking. So I went ahead and cut away several of the frets there. So you can see here I still have some nice action over the frets, but I do have plenty of room here for picking over the neck where there aren't frets. I did have to modify the bridge here. First it was too tall, then I cut it down too short, so I added a little piece of mahogany to the top of this piece of oak to bring that up and shape it, and so now I have some good action here. If you're interested to see what the inside of the box looks like, I just used my Dremel to cut the holes into the box, and I just folded the metal in and then just screwed it down to the neck. Again, this is a two-piece neck. I'll show you here. The heel, this is Radiata pine from New Zealand. Again, the neck was poplar, and I have a scarf joint on it there. I don't know if you can see that. And I had a peg in there. You can see it right here to help keep that from sliding as I was putting it together. So again, this is a 4th of July flag-themed 18-inch scale sort of a super concert or ukulele. Has interesting sound. You can listen to it here. A little tinny. When I get to playing it, it starts to sound a little bit like a steel drum. Let me do a little chord progression here for you, and you can see what it sounds like. On that high string especially, you can hear that steel drum kind of sound going on. Let's try it now with some strumming. The one thing I find is, because this is a fairly small tin, I think it's like a 6.5-inch tin, when I rest my arm on the ukulele, if I'm not careful, my forearm can mute the strings at the bridge. But it certainly has a very unique sound. Not quite a banjo, not quite a typical ukulele. A little more steel drumish. Anyway, again, this is a cookie tin ukulele. It was fun to build. If you like this, subscribe, give thumbs up, and build one yourself. They're a blast.